What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you guys can already tell by the title, I am going to be talking about my BBL experience. But before we jump into that, if you guys are new, make sure you guys subscribe right now and join the B Squad family. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell because you do not want to miss the upload. And also, give this video a fat thumbs up. So yeah, today guys, we're gonna be talking about my BBL experience. If you guys didn't already know, I did get a BBL lipo and I got it back in November of 2019. So I'm just gonna answer some of your guys' questions because I know a lot of people, they actually want to get BBLs and they're scared and they don't know, an answer to this or they don't know an answer to that. So today, I'm gonna be answering everything that I could think of that somebody else would want to know. So let's try and get 2,000 likes on this video. If we can get 2,000 likes, then I will drop another video for you guys. Make sure you guys go to my Instagram at x_Biannca Reigns and DM me and let me know what type of videos you guys would like to see from me. Also, go to my Twitter account, which is Biannca R Reigns, and also let me know what type of videos you guys want to see from me. As you guys can see, I do have a little background going on. This is not finished yet. This is just the start of it. I may switch some things up, but let me know if you guys like it or not. So if you guys are ready, then come on me and let's get right into the video. Alright, so I just wrote down some questions. I don't have them in order from like this to this. I just wrote down questions and I'm just going to answer them. I also have some before and after pictures that I'm going to be inserting sometime throughout the video. The first question, somebody said, what did you have to do before surgery? So before getting your surgery, before going to surgery, what all did you have to do? And before going into my surgery, I had to stop my birth control. I don't know if all doctors recommend that, but the doctor that I went to, they recommended that I would stop my birth control a month or 2 weeks before my procedure, in which I did do that. I also had to try and gain a little bit of weight because I did have baby fat weight after, I had Nova or whatever. But then I lost it and then they said, well, you need to gain a little bit of weight. So what I did, they told me to drink some Ensure protein shakes. If you guys know what that is, it's just basically a protein shake and it's supposed to help you maintain or gain your weight. And I was drinking like 3 or 4 of them a day. And it honestly says to only drink 2 a day. And I think I just have a high metabolism and I wasn't gaining the weight that I should have been gaining, but I did try and gain a little bit of weight. So I stopped my birth control, I gained some weight. And then you also have to get a clearance check from your doctor. Now, I don't know if this is just for BBL or if this is for other procedures as well, but I do know when you get a BBL that you have to get a clearance letter from your doctor saying that you're all clear from a whole bunch of different type of tests. For example, you have to like make sure you're not pregnant, make sure you don't have like any diseases, or make sure you don't have like a high risk of getting blood clots and all that stuff. So when I actually got my clearance letter, it came back that my iron was low. It came back that I was anemic. And with that being said, that I had to get my iron up and I couldn't have surgery right away. So I didn't get the surgery on the day. I was actually originally planning to get surgery in August, I believe. I think it was August. And I couldn't go in August because my iron was low. And so I had to get that up. And what I had to do, I tried to take iron tablets and it wasn't working. So therefore I had to get 2 iron infusions. And after I got that, my iron levels did go up and I got cleared for surgery. So therefore I planned my surgery for November. And that's when I had it. So yeah, you have to do kind of a lot of stuff just depending on your doctor, but those are the things that I had to do. So the next question, somebody said, where did you get your BBL? I got my BBL in Miami, Florida. I went there, we went on a plane, went there, and I had to stay for 14 days, I believe, 2 weeks. I had to stay there for 2 weeks. I think it was a couple days after, 10 days after my surgery. We had went ahead of time, therefore we can get settled in and all that stuff. So yeah, we went on a flight. The flight was only like 2 hours, so it really honestly wasn't even that bad. So yeah, somebody said, did your results come out how you wanted them to? So no, my results did not come out how I expected them to be. I expected like a little nice, shape. I wanted hips. When you look at me from the front, I wanted you to be able to see that curve, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have that effect. I don't know if it's because I didn't have as much fat, but the thing about it was the doctor actually took fat out of my arms, my legs, my stomach, my back, my sides. He took fat out of everywhere that he could, you know, find fat at, and he actually put 1200 cc's in each, you know, in each cheek. And 1200 cc's in each cheek is actually really, really good. They said that should give you a nice plump, you know, looking body. And my results did not come out like that. I feel like after surgery, my results were amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love. This is everything I wanted. And then after the swelling went down and, you know, I started moving around and all that stuff, I was like, what was the point of me getting the surgery? I feel like there was no point in me getting the surgery. Like, my results came out and I was like, I look the same still. And honestly, I can tell a little difference when I look back at my before pictures, and I'm like, okay, I could tell a little bit of difference, but it's not like a major difference how I expected them to be. Number 4, somebody said, do you regret it? I would say, I don't want to say, okay, I'm gonna say yes and no. Yes, I regret it because, like I said, I went through all that pain and my results didn't even come out how I expected them to be. So I feel like I went through pain for no reason. 2, I don't regret it because I do have a little something. You know what I'm saying? I do have a little something. So I'm gonna say maybe, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, I don't really regret it. Number 5, are you going to get a BBL again? So I have thought about it, getting a BBL again, but then again, I'm like, I don't want to go through the same thing that I went through the first time where I was in pain and I had bad bruising and I went through all this stuff just for me to not even really like my results. So no, I probably won't get it again after this baby. I'll probably just honestly work out and try and eat right and try and, you know, drink shakes to help me gain weight. And I'm just gonna be in love with the body that I already do have. I don't want to keep going under surgery and keep going through the process of that and risking my life and, you know, all that stuff. Number 6, how was the pain and how did it feel? So the pain for me, it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty bad. When I'm laying there, like when I was laying in the bed and I was on pain meds, I was okay. But the thing about it was when you have to get up and you have to walk and you have to shower and you have to use the bathroom, that's when the pain comes in, because the pain, it feels like somebody just like came up and like beat you. That's kind of what it feels like. It's like somebody just came up and punched you, or you just got done doing like a really, really hard workout. That's what it feels like, but times like 100. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that it didn't hurt, because it did hurt. I feel like it was tolerable though. It was tolerable, and everybody's pain tolerance is different. For me, it was tolerable, but at the same time, when I did get up and when I did move and when I did do stuff, it hurt really, really bad. So the pain, if I had to rate it, I would probably rate it like maybe like the first day was a 10 out of 10, no joke, 10 out of 10. But after that, after I started moving around and doing stuff on my own, it was probably like maybe like a 6 out of 10. It was maybe like a 6 out of 10. Number 7, how long did your surgery last for? So when I went to have surgery, I went there at like 6:30 a.m. and I think I had my surgery maybe like an hour later. The surgery lasted for about 5 to 6 hours. Now, obviously, I don't know exactly how long it lasted because I was under anesthesia, so I don't really know how long it lasted, but the doctor told me that it was gonna last about 5 or 6 hours. When I kid you not, I went in the morning, and when I left, it was literally pitch black outside. It was nighttime already. But that includes the recovery process and just how you do. Everybody is different, so you may be there a shorter amount of time. But me, I guess I was like a little slower in the recovery process, so I had to stay there a little bit longer. So altogether, I was there for maybe like 6 a.m. to maybe about like 6 p.m. 7 p.m. So I was probably there about 13 hours. Yeah, so it was like an all-day thing. Number 8, was it scary and were you nervous? So I'm not really the type of person to get scared of stuff like that, to get scared of like surgery or anything like that. But this one, for some reason, I had a feeling that I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm scared, I'm nervous. I was thinking about all the worst scenarios possible. I was hearing stories about what other people went under and what happened to them, and that's all I could think about, you know what I'm saying? I was just thinking about what if this happens? What if that happens? Like, I don't want to leave my kids just because I wanted to do this, because I wanted to be selfish and this and that. But then again, I'm like, not everybody, but a lot of people, they do it and they come out just fine. So yeah, I was nervous, I was scared, but I think that's for anybody. They also have medicine for you if you are too scared or if you are too nervous. They have medicine for you to calm you down, to kind of relax your nerves and make you calm, therefore you're not going in like shaking and all that type of stuff. I do remember though, when I went into surgery, I remember just laying there on the table. My arms were out like this. My legs were down. They had put like blocks and stuff under my legs. And I remember just staring at the light, like staring at the bright light, like shining down on me. And the anesthesiologist put the little, you know, IV inside of me. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna insert the medication now. You know, you're gonna start to get tired, okay? And I'm just like, okay. And when he did it, my arm actually became numb and I couldn't feel it. And I'm just like, is that normal? And that was the last thing I remember saying, and I was asleep. And then, you know, when you're asleep, you're asleep. You don't think about anything. You don't do anything. You're just asleep. And so then I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm finally alive. Like, thank God, you know, thank you for allowing me to, you know, get through the surgery and wake me up. So yeah, I was nervous. I was scared. Number 9, how were your massages? Whew, baby, when I tell you, I was not ready for them massages. I was not ready. I was really scared. So I had my first massage the next day after my surgery, and when I went in for my massage, mind you, the next day after surgery, my body was so freaking sore. Now, the pain tolerance for just like regular, just laying down and walking around, 6 out of 10, okay? These massages were about like 100 out of 10. Like, the massages were the worst things ever. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Now, if you have a high pain tolerance, you might be able to take it, but for me, I couldn't. I was literally crying. Like, if you go to the Prince family, we actually recorded the process, and I was crying. It hurt really, really bad. Now, the massages, it was just like the first maybe, I'm gonna say maybe first like 3 or 4 massages that hurt. After that, massages became tolerable. They did still hurt, but I was still able to just lay there and like breathe through them and, you know, all that stuff. Everybody, like every doctor tells you differently on massages, but I had to get massages. I think I got them, I don't even remember how long I got them, but I got them a couple weeks after surgery. Like, the process, I had to get them about 2 or 3 times a week. Like, every other day I had to go get a massage. And it's supposed to help drain the fluid out and not cause you to have bumps, because when you have lipo, they put like some type of fluid in you to mix stuff up or whatever, and you can become like really, really hard if you don't get the massages. So if you guys are looking into getting a BBL, I do recommend you guys getting the massages. If you don't get the massages, your body's not gonna come out how you would like it to be. So I do recommend that. Like, I recommend massages like a 10 out of 10. Like, you need to get the massages. Number 10, how did you sleep at night? So I slept, so normally when you get a BBL, you're supposed to sleep on your stomach because, you know, you don't want to flatten your butt and you don't want to do all that stuff. But for me, I had got my breasts reduced a little bit because after I had my daughter Nova, my boobs had got too big for the size that I preferred and I just didn't like it. And so I had got them reduced a little bit, and since I got that, I couldn't lay on my stomach because I would be putting pressure on my chest. And so I had to lay on my back, but I had to put like a whole bunch of pillows around, like under my thighs and on my lower back. Therefore, my butt wasn't touching the bed. It was the most uncomfortable position I've ever slept in. I would rather sleep on my stomach. And actually, I did sleep on my stomach a couple times because I'm like, my boobs don't hurt, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sleep on my stomach, and that's what I did try and do. But then again, I didn't want to risk messing anything up here up. I didn't want my incision to, you know, pop or whatever. So I listened to the doctor, I slept on my back, and it was so uncomfortable. Do you think the baby will affect your body? So I'm currently pregnant, and I don't know if the baby will affect my body or not. Now, I can say that my stomach does look a little weird compared to my other 3 pregnancies because I do still have like bruising and, you know, all that. My stomach doesn't look how it used to look. So hopefully after I deliver the baby, my stomach will go back to normal and everything will look how it's supposed to look. I don't really know. I do feel like though that my butt has gotten a little bit juicier. I feel like it's gotten a little bit bigger since the pregnancy. And they also say when you have a BBL, if you gain weight, then your butt is going to gain the weight. If you lose weight, your butt is going to lose weight. So now that I'm gaining weight, my butt has gotten a little bit bigger and I'm starting to like it a little bit, you know. Hopefully though, after I deliver the baby, hopefully that my butt will stay the same size and I'll be able to maintain a good little weight, you know what I'm saying? So number 12, are you satisfied with your results? So I think I already kind of answered this. Am I satisfied with my results? Not really. I mean, I'm okay with it, but I do wish that it was a little bit more. I wish that it did look a little bit different. So am I satisfied with my results? For the price that I paid, for the pain that I went through, for the time that it took, I'm going to say no, I'm not. What did you struggle with the most? So I struggled with the most was getting in and out of a bed. The bed was so high up in the hotel, and especially like when we came home, the bed was still high up. I struggled with getting in and out of bed. That was the worst part because they did my stomach, they did my back, they did my butt, they did all these things. And so like when you sit up, you're using your stomach muscles to sit up. So you can't just like, oh, let me just bounce up and sit up. No, you can't just do that. So I struggle with that. I struggle with the drains a lot too. I had 2 drains inside of me, one in the front, one in the back. I struggle with those a lot too because they kept getting caught and stuff. And one in the back, I kept sleeping on it and pulling it and all that stuff. Number 14, it says talk about your drains. So I had, like I said, a drain in the front and a drain in the back, and I had to drain them, or actually my husband had went with me and he was draining them every maybe like 2 hours, because like they were like draining like a lot, especially after surgery and a couple days after surgery. They drain like so much. So you have to drain them all the time because you don't want them to get overly full and start to pop or leak out or whatever can happen. So yeah, you have to drain them every 2 hours. And also the drains, my drains were like stitched in a little bit and I didn't have anything to hold them up. So every time I went to get up and use the bathroom or use the shower or do anything, I literally had to hold the drains in my hand. If not, they would just be hanging and they would be tugging and pulling. And it was so sore and painful that it's just, I don't like the drains. I didn't like the drains at all. The doctor, he took out my back drain while I was there and I didn't feel that one at all. It literally just kind of like pulled out. I didn't feel it. But like I said, if you guys watch the Prince family, you guys know that I struggled getting my front drain out. I had Damien try and take my drain out and he just couldn't. So I went to the hospital and they pulled the drain out, and that was probably, out of everything that happened in surgery, the taking the drain out and the massages were the most painfulest things I've ever experienced. Yeah, that was probably like worse than labor. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got medication during labor, so you know that did help me a little bit, but that was so freaking painful. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why didn't your doctor take out the front drain? And my doctor didn't take out the front drain because it was still draining too much. It had to get under a certain level, therefore, like before we could take it out. So I had to fly home on a plane with the drain still intact in me, and it wasn't a good experience. Especially the drain, it was not a good experience. Especially trying to have Damien take it out, and the tissue was starting to grow around it, like the new tissue, the new skin was trying to grow around it, and holy, I can just remember the pain like it was yesterday. Oh, I don't even, okay, we're off the drain subject. Next one. How much did it cost? So everything that I got done all together, it cost around like, I think like $14,000. I think just for a regular BBL and lipo, like without getting like the extra like reduction in your breast and all that stuff, and without getting your arms and your thighs, I think it may be around like $10,000, $9,000. I'm not 100% sure, but my surgery costed $14,000 altogether. I'm going to insert some before and after pictures sometime throughout the video, therefore you guys can see my before and after pictures as well. I do have clothes on, so it's kind of hard to tell on some of them, but if you actually look at them, you can see that some of them I don't have a little hip, some of them I do. And I will put like before, this is before and this is after. So yeah, that's all the questions that I have about the BBL experience. If you guys want to know any other questions about the BBL, like I said, just hit me up on my social medias and I will be more than happy to go ahead and make a part 2 to this video and explain some more stuff and go into details for you guys. BBL, if you guys want to get it, then go ahead and do it. Don't let anybody tell you not to do it because you're going to be fake or because it's not real or whatever the case may be. Do what you want to do. Don't let anybody change your mind. Don't let people scare you. Don't let people, you know, just get in your head. If you want to do it, I recommend you doing it. I recommend you looking into multiple doctors. Don't just find a doctor that's close to you or whatever. I recommend you looking into multiple doctors, talking to multiple doctors, getting consultations from multiple doctors. And they even have like consultations like over email. So that's how I did my consultation. I did it over email, and because obviously I had my surgery in Florida and I live in Texas and I wasn't about to fly all the way there just for a 30-minute consultation. So don't go ahead and be like, oh, just because this person had this doctor, I want to go to that person's doctor as well. No, go find your own doctor. You can go to their doctor if you like them and if, you know, they're talking all the right prices for you and you feel comfortable with them. Just go somewhere where you feel comfortable. Go somewhere where it makes you feel like, okay, like I'm safe here. You know what I'm saying? You don't just want to pick any and everybody or any random person. So yeah, that's, like I said, all I have for this BBL experience. If you enjoyed this story time, make sure you guys give this video a fat thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also turn that notification bell on because you do not want to miss an upload when I do post next. But until next time, I'm gonna see you guys later. I am out. Bye.